Harley Davidson will not survive. Let's get into it. How many times have you heard anybody say this about Harley Davidson? They will not survive. They cannot survive in this global motorcycle market. They've done it for 120 years, but that's it. The writing's on the wall. There's no way they're going to be able to carry on. And they always seem to survive. They always seem to be there. They always seem to pull through. Now, is this by luck? Is this by design? Is this just pure stubbornness? Is this the result of generations of riders just accepting that Harley Davidson, in particular, are just an expensive motorcycle brand, and they're just going to put up with whatever happens? Now, that might have been the case for many, many years. But in recent years, there seems to have been an increasing number of riders who become more and more dissatisfied. Now, conversely, there are many motorcycle riders who are perfectly happy with their Harley Davidson and the way they've been treated and the overall Harley Davidson experience. But many of the older riders have been turned away from it. Many younger riders are wondering what all the fuss is about, and many are just turning their noses up at Harley Davidson thinking, and no, we're not going to pay that kind of money for that kind of motorcycle. So where does this leave a company like Harley Davidson for 2023 into 2024? Now, we can only go by what we've seen so far. And what we've seen so far, that is from the horse's mouth, from Harley Davidson themselves, was their product launch on January the 18th. And what a lame affair it was. In fact, there's been such a backlash to this that I've heard from many different people of how dissatisfied they were. I've read many comments where people are saying, do you know what, this just has gone way too far now, and there isn't any value, and it's just overpriced nonsense. But strangely enough, at the same time, there is the other side of the fence where many people are very positive. They're very positive about the prices, the motorcycles that are on offer, the 120th anniversary models. There seems to be a lot of positivity there. There's also a lot of positivity, or a lot of eager anticipation for the 120th anniversary celebrations that will be happening in Europe and also in the United States, of course. So where does this leave the company? Where does this leave the company for the future? Now, many were expecting Harley Davidson to announce a lot more motorcycle models. In fact, cheaper motorcycle models. We were expecting the 350cc's, maybe a 500cc. We were expecting a Pan America 975. We were expecting another Revolution Max engine model. But none of that came. We got a breakout with a 117 engine, which many are arguing, why? Why did we need that? Perhaps they could have given the other cruisers a 117 engine. We've got the Nightster and just a Nightster special variation. And we've got the anniversary bikes. And we've got a crazy price CVO Road Glide Limited. Granted, they're all very nice if you like that kind of thing, but those motorcycles are only open to those with deep pockets, let's say. Before the launch, I'd made lots of videos about Harley Davidson and all the stories that I'd read and all the information that had been sent my way about their tie-up with Chinese motorcycle manufacturers, Indian motorcycle manufacturers, and 2023. And they were going to be making announcements about these tie-ups and also producing and selling much cheaper motorcycles. Now, that could still happen, of course. We could still see that. And that could be how Harley Davidson are able to survive for this year and subsequent years. As less and less people buy big, expensive motorcycles, they want to turn to cheaper or inexpensive motorcycles. And Harley Davidson could be the brand that supplies those kinds of motorcycles too. But the CEO of Harley Davidson, Jochen Zeitz, is also steadfast in his opinion that Harley Davidson will be 100% electric in decades to come. Now, that could be true, but it doesn't solve the here and now. It doesn't answer the question, are Harley Davidson really guaranteed to survive, and what can they do in the meantime? I thought that by announcing cheaper motorcycles that they could sell on the global market, not necessarily in Europe and not necessarily in the United States, but they will be able to generate hundreds of thousands, possibly even millions of sales in the next 3 years. I thought that's what was going to be announced. And I thought that's how the company could save themselves. Now, I'm certainly not saying that Harley Davidson are going to fail as a company. In fact, I'd be very surprised if anything like that would happen. There's going to be some kind of reaction to this, and there's going to be some kind of downward trend. You would imagine, especially for a company like Harley Davidson, that basically they sell expensive motorcycles, even the cheaper ones. Even the cheaper motorcycles that they are selling in the region of £14,000-15,000, dollars, shekels, whatever it is, there are much cheaper alternatives out there. So you kind of question who's going to buy the models that they currently have for sale. Now, of course, 2023 has just started, so we've got a whole year of Harley Davidson drip feeding new models, and it could be that they shock us and they surprise us with brand new motorcycles that are exciting and not so heavy on the wallet. But that is yet to be seen. Let us know your thoughts here. Let us know if Harley Davidson, in particular, have they really misjudged the mood of the buying public out there? Have they really taken it one step too far? And are they producing motorcycles with any value anymore? And that is a serious question for any manufacturer of any product. Are we offering value to our customers or potential customers? And when there are financial pressures on everybody in society, and no matter where you are in the world, these are the questions that need to be addressed. And if you just continue in a path that's going to be selling more and more expensive products, but not increase the value of those products, then that means you're going to get less sales. And less sales means less profits. And I think we can guess the rest of the story. Let us know your thoughts on this. Let us know about Harley Davidson in particular. This is not a question about whether they'll survive 2023. It's kind of asking, will they survive the next 5 years? The next 10 years? What do they have to do to ensure that they will still be around for the next 5 or 10 years, or maybe another 120 years? Let us know your thoughts, and I'll catch you again. Bye now.